When you take a look at hexes, my opponent and I each have different portraits. The portraits are not just cosmetic; they have a meaningful impact on the game. We don't know what Fox deck they're playing, Ace. So something that Ace is pointing out is that with Dreaming Fox, my opponent's champion, it creates an Oracle song eventually. So every time they play 7 resources, they get to create this card that draws 2 cards. You can kind of have make educated mulliganing decisions before the game even starts in Hex, because you can like look at your opponent's champion, know that Dreaming Fox is typically a control champion, so this hand probably wasn't the best keep against a control deck. It's like 2 removal spells and a bunch of resources, so maybe I should have mulliganed. I haven't had a computer without a solid-state hard drive in it in the last 4 years, and every time I use a computer without a solid-state hard drive in it, I wonder how people live. The boot times and application load times are fantastic. Our champion for 7 charges creates what's called a Burning Banner, and this gives all of our troops +1 attack and speed, so eventually it lets us apply pressure to our opponents. I'm going to play a Vampire Prince out here. This threat's actually very good against control. Every time this deals damage to my opponent, combat damage, I get to look at a card at random in their hand, that if I reveal an action, which is kind of like instant or sorcery, I take that card away from them. So if they don't have removal for this Vampire Princess, she's going to apply pressure to their hand. A speed is haste, that is correct. Sean 7691 with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much, I really appreciate that. Welcome. Subscriptions are the best way you could support my content here. Alright, big bucks, no transmog. Just a trial of totems. Okay, alright, so this creates a random 4-cost card and puts it into my opponent's hand and gives it a little bit of a buff. You have a Runebind, or a Transmog, or an Evaporate. Ooh, no whammy! So now we get to look at my opponent's hand, a 1 card at random, and we took an action from this, and it's prophesized. So you can see this actually retains the prophecy, so this card's modified so it draws an extra card. So I'm going to go ahead and Vampire Kiss upstairs here, which lets me draw a card because it's prophesized. Oh, I messed up. It also had Mobilize, which means I could exhaust one of my troops to make it cheaper. So I could have cheap shotted this, played the troop, cheap shot makes me a 1-cost troop, and then mobilize the Vampire Kiss off of the Hatchery Tormentor. Man, the lines. The lines. So these ice are slow shards. Basically, they don't make a resource the turn they come into play. You can think of them as come into play tapped lands. And what they do is they allow me to Fate Weave when I play them. What Fate Weave does, it's a fairly powerful mechanic. It lets me choose between resource or non-resource and then stack that type of card on top of my deck. So now I'm guaranteed to draw a non-resource next turn, thanks to our ice baby. I'm not going to attack my princess into their Silver Talon Adjudicator because I'd prefer it. I'd rather draw a removal spell for this and then be able to continue hitting them with my princess. We did change the camera angle. Thank you, Marty, for posting in Discord. I appreciate you. Why did I choose Buzztech? So this is a deck list that did well in the CCS, and I'm mostly just playing their deck list card for card. I think I changed the sideboard a little bit. So this card is a 7-cost that when it comes into play, it deals 5 damage to an opposing troop, but I could also just reveal it from my hand and shuffle it back into my deck and deal 5 damage directly. So I'm just going to do that this turn. Bit of non-resource to top my deck. I'm going to go ahead and hit my champ power here. Gives all my troop +1 power and speed. You can't play 40 Shadow. To be fair, we only played 35 in Modern the other day. Princess hits them again. Sees another Silver Talon Adjudicator. Well, that's really sad. Their deck is mostly action, so the fact that we did not hit an action there is pretty unlucky for us. And they have a Silver Talon Adjudicator to make this not be able to block, so hopefully we hit another removal spell next turn. This Rock Cast only kills troops that cost 3 or less, so we can't actually kill Silver Talon Adjudicator with it. Alright, so they didn't play the Adjudicator, so maybe they found a way to deal with this Princess. Letting the Princess continue to take hits on them seems really risky. Alright. Play this Heart of Embers. And opponent concedes. So Heart of Embers generates a bonus called a Valor, which gives a troop +1/+1 permanently. And whenever you play a Valor, it gets to bolt something. So, control deck, I get to go ahead and board in all of these Withering Gazes. These are discard spells. I get to bring in Blood's Favor, which lets me draw 2. Cheap Shot's pretty miserable. Rock Cast is pretty miserable. I probably just want to board in... Oh, they're a Candles deck, so Blight Knight seems fine. Blight Knight makes created cards get created with -1/-1, so basically their candles don't get to live. I probably just want all of my Hero Falls for killing their birds. Board out these Pyre Strikes, board out these Strangles. Do I want these other cards in my board? They might board in Darkheart out of the side, so I think... Nah, I'm going to leave the one Strangle in. I think this is fine. I'm basically just like trimming removal for discard and more threats. So, one of the bases of our deck is this kind of is a neat card that's, again, kind of a digital mechanic. It would be hard to do in paper without trusting your opponent. This says, this is a 4-cost artifact, so it just sits on the table, and it says whenever we play a non-resource card, if we have exactly one card with the same name as that card still in our deck, we get to play that copy, which is why our deck has a bunch of 2-ofs in it, so that way we can play one of them and then pull the second copy out of our deck and play it. Alrighty, so we have plenty of resources at this point. I think I'm going to be a little bit greedy. So we have these Vampire Queens in our hand that cost 6. I think I'm going to lead and put a non-resource on top with this Ruby Ice. And then we'll play this Blight Knight. This Blight Knight next turn. We're going to wait up. We're going to curve Blight Knight into Blood's favor here, which means we'll get to go 2/3. So on 4, if we haven't hit another resource after we draw extra cards with this, we'll use this to find a 5th shard. We have two princes in the deck, yep. 2 princes, 2 princesses. Yep, deck list is on the screen. I can actually make it a little bit larger too, because it's not covering my life total. I really have to ask this, please don't tell me I'm wrong. Didn't you hate or dislike Tron in general when you played Kiki Court? How come you come to the dark side? Player just hates Tron. So, Modern is the type of format where playing something that's kind of fair and interactive is actively stupid to do. I can sit there and I can wonder why Tron is legal, or I could just play Tron and body my opponents because I'm playing Tron. Like, that's just how it is. And, like, sometimes, like, that last game where, like, we mulligan a little bit and we like, you know, miss our land drop. Like, that's going to happen with every deck. But, like, Tron, in addition to having those games where we're stumbling a little bit, we also have a lot of games where we just, like, win for free because we're playing Tron. So opponent's bird is a 3/2 flyer. When it comes into play, if we have more cards than them, which we did because we played Blood's Favor, they drew 2 cards. And if we have more life than them, which we did because we attacked them, they gain 5 life. Or wait, no, they didn't gain life because they were started at 25. Derp. All right, let's play this out. Put a non-resource on top of my deck. I'm going to play this Vampire Prince. So next turn, we can play this Heart of Embers, and it'll generate a Valor for us. And then we could use that Valor to shoot the Silver Talon Adjudicator. Then we can get in with this Vampire Prince. That's a Locket of Reflection. Huh. Locket changes things. Getting to resolve Locket here is pretty huge. It means next turn we can play this Buzztech Innovator and get a second Buzztech Innovator. Or play this Heart of Embers and get a second Heart of Embers. So, I'm going to wait a turn here. Yeah, double Heart next turn sounds really appealing. Opponent looks like they're playing my Turbo PA list Time I Gather icon, so they should have 4 copies of Light the Votives in their deck. Yeah, I'm assuming they're on my Turbo PA list. Do we both want the same train, boys? There's plenty of trains, Jacob and Declan. Share. Oh no! They have Into the Unknown. So this makes me pick up my Locket, and it transforms it into a new card, and then all my other Lockets are something else as well. So we have a Cage Bomb now. We have a Cage Bomb. Withering Gaze. That's decent. Let's start with that. If we had a resource next turn, we can do Speedy Vamp Queen. What you got over there? Alright, so they hit a Runebind. I'm gonna play this Heart of Embers out. Declan Scott, stop hitting the TV. Thank you. Sesamato with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Subscriptions are the best way you could support my content here, so welcome to the stream. Huh. Actually, I think this was a mistake. I should have Valored this, because then it would have been a 4-2 and been able to attack into the Thunderfields here. So small mistake there on my part. Hopefully this Vampire Prince will hit them and either mill their Prophecy or give us a Shard. So every time the Vampire Prince deals damage to my opponent, we flip the top card of their deck into their discard pile. And if it's a resource, we get to draw that resource. And if it's a non-resource, it just gets discarded. And he's a 2-1 with Flight and Life Drain. And we milled not their Prophecy card. Did they draw it already? Weird. Oh, they Fate Weave? No? Confused? Oh, there's the Prophecy card. Okay. Yes, if it's a resource, it does flip the rune. So the rune says if a resource would enter your hand from anywhere. So things like Cottontail Explorers flip it. Things like Change Course and Arcane Focus, those flip it. It's not just drawing it. I use a mix of the two, Sesamato. I usually have, so like, actually, I have this in my desktop and my laptop right now. I have a 240 gig SSD for my operating system, and the applications I use on the regular, so like Hex and my Magic Online VM are on the SSD, and then I have a 1 terabyte platter drive that I keep like all my coding projects and like video files on and like data backups of stuff I don't want to lose. Evaporate is annoying. Means I'm less likely to hit a resource next turn. Hopefully we hit a resource here so that way we can play a Speedy Vamp Queen. Santiago with the brand new $4.99 subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Welcome, and thank you for that next level of support. The subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do here. So Thank you. And the subscribers, make sure you check out the subs-only Discord server that we have. We hang out there and we talk about magic and hex and gaming and life in general and all sorts of stuff. So basically, it's a way that you can pick my brain when I am not streaming. I'm not sure what the price is on SSDs is right now, but if the price is within your feasible price range, I think the SSD is worth the quality of life increase. That's annoying. So they boarded in the Clash of Steel. I'm going to keep my Vampire Princess here. Hopefully they don't have a Dark Heart to follow it up. Mourning Likely Alien. The really thing that sucks is, because we didn't draw a resource those couple of turns, the Clash of Steel got to void my Mysterious Rune, which was going to be a Withering Gaze. So, like, their Rune Bind turned into an actual counterspell, which feels bad. Come on. Come on, Shard. 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 It's unfortunate. Crack them with this. I'm probably still playing a Vamp Queen this turn. So when Vamp Queen comes into play, she makes 2 Vamp Children. And the children are just 1/1 flyers. But when the children untap for the first time, they become Prince or Princess at random. Psychic Ascension, alright. Let's see if we can win through this. They're at 18. It's gonna be, ooh, that's a really good one to have. No, we're post-board snared. The tool on the side updates the deck list as we play. Pocket Army's pretty good too. If we draw a Shard, we are going to destroy them, because this will flip up, we'll make a banner, and we'll play another Vamp Queen. Resource, please. Resource, please. Resource, please. Alright, Smokeclaw Raker's okay. When this comes into play, it makes my opponent discard 2 cards, so get rid of 2 of their 3 remaining cards. Declan Scott, go around. You don't need to climb up that side. You can walk around. Oh, it's tough being 2, huh? Yeah, right, Sess? It voids target card? God, we are just getting destroyed on these rune binds. So they generated a light a day, which lets them void any card which voided that. Ugh. Come on, Shard, please. Ding. 1 turn late. We don't have our other Vamp Queen, but we have this Vamp Queen at least. Alright, let's smash. Consider drawing a Shard type, right? Hey, remember that time you wanted to play less resources in our deck? Alright, well, we life drain a whole bunch. Next turn, these dorks will ready, and when they ready, they turn into either a prince or a princess. We'll get to play, I think, I'm not sure if it's the, that's annoying. I think I actually want to keep the Burning Banner here. Oh, they drew Dark Heart. Okay, so we were losing all of our stuff there regardless. This Cage Bomb kills the Dark Heart at least, I suppose. We're probably a pretty strong favorite to lose this game. Yeah, I'm just gonna pack it in for the sake. Remember, the ladder's not about grinding out every point of efficiency. It's about playing games quickly a lot of the time. I think I'm gonna board in this Gemborn Prowler. Do I want another Gemborn Prowler? Let's do that. They brought in the Dark Hearts. That makes the Gemborn Prowler a little bit more appealing. You can void a socketed card. Yep, and seems fine. I'm going to stack our resource on top of my deck here so we can guaranteed hit 4 on 4. And like we're trying to get to 6 on 6. So like trying to hit all of our resource drops sounds great. Yeah, I mean, the important thing to remember, Sess, is like, you know, unused hard drive space isn't doing anything for you. In general, you need about 10 to 15% of your drive space to be free for optimal file system tasks usually. Actually, I don't even know if that's true anymore with modern NTFS and EXT, like, real file systems that we still use today. Once upon a time, you wanted to keep 10 to 15% free, but, like, so long as you keep some small amount of the drive space free, fill the rest of it. Like, you have your drive to use it. That was probably the best draw on our deck. Does anyone know if that's still true offhand? Windows still recommends that? Yeah, that makes sense, like, because, like, when you delete and move files around, it has to, like, reorder them on the file system. That makes sense. It doesn't surprise me that that hasn't changed. Coach, I'm just playing a deck list card for card that someone else posted a result with. So, no, I actually haven't considered anything. Trial of Totem, sure. I mean, 4 years is actually a pretty good lifespan on a hard drive. What? I think average hard drive is like 3 to 5, right? That's really good. So just triple prophecies the next action resource a troop in their deck. Thankfully, we can kill it with the Primordial Sabretooth here. I think killing this is more important than getting the princess down this turn. Well, SSD rates are based on how much you use them, right? Like, SSDs physically wear out, depending on, like, how many operating system tasks you're using on them. If we get a shard, we get to double Vamp Queen. This is a Transmog Princess, so we don't have another Princess in our deck to go get. Alright, don't Clash of Steel me, please. I'm attacking with this just in case, because they might have Clash of Steel. They have 3 of them in the board, so it's not completely unreasonable for them to have one. Oh, you know what? Nope, I'm a liar. I was gonna say they didn't play this yet, but they did, and we killed it. My body is ready to die to Clash, right? Oh, they don't play Glory, Burgle. They're playing the Turbo PA deck. Keep my Locket. And so, like, this feels bad, but the thing to think about is that what my opponent did was actually just a 1-for-1. I didn't want to wait Ace because, like, they could Runebind my champion power, they could take care of my Locket, they could play a Dark card. I feel like there's a lot of things that could go wrong with us waiting, so there's no reason to wait. We got Gemborn to cover Dark Heart. We've got Herofall to cover a... Huh. Why did we do that there? Was that a mistake, or do they want me to replay this and tap out this turn? It could have just been a mistake. Okay, so they do have the Dark Heart. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna lose my Locket. So discard this, draw a card, gain a charge. Perfect. Says speed now, crack them for 6. I can wait on this because this can't be countered since it's just an activated ability. So they will have to... Welcome to Vampire Pound Town, opponent. Oh, geez! And that was a prophesized card, too, so we gained some charges. Yep. Alright. 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 Go ahead, opponent. Sacrifice your 3/3. Well, I messed up bad. Yep. I think I'd rather Gemborn Prowler, Bob. Like, Herofall can cover... Herofall covers something like Silver Talon Adjudicator here, whereas Gemborn Prowler does not. No, I'm not afraid of a second Dark Heart. Either, like, play a second Dark Heart, I just, like, bin my Burning Banner. I think the risk to reward is better with this line here. They could have Evaporate here. Well, let's start with Withering Gaze. That was an excellent draw. I'm doing this because they could have an Evaporate or a Runebind. I don't want them to save this in response to me hero falling it. Transmogrifade, sure. I'm going to take their Guidance because the rest of their hand is pretty bad. I'm going to Hero Fall this and then just crack them for 5 here. I know I could Kiss that, but I'd rather Hero Fall it, I think. So that way they don't have any more Silver Talon Adjudicators to draw to gain them more life or draw them cards. Give him a little love smooch here. Deals 2 damage, gains 2 life. This will be lethal. It was really good, Andrew. That deck, I was expecting it to just... I was expecting that deck to do as poorly as the Turbo Fog deck did this morning, and I was pleasantly surprised when we actually won games of matches. What a great meme deck. Alright, rolling the dice there. Still dead. Okay. I think I'm going to put a non-resource on top of my deck. A resource would let me recast this Gemborn Prowler, but a non-resource is probably good too. Opponent said I should have played better. Alright, what you got over here? Anything tricky? Dead to the Cottontail Explorer. Alright, sweet. Won the first match with this Locket deck. Let's queue it up. Almost to my first promo Dark Heart here. Level 97, you hit an AA Dark Heart. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for hanging out here today. There's a lot of different things you can be doing, different people you can be watching. Thanks for battling some Hex Shards of Fate together, playing this sweet Blood Ruby Locket deck at top 8 of the last Hex CCS 5K. It's also done well in a couple of the 5 Shards, Arcanum Vaults, and weekly events since then. So it seems pretty powerful. It's playing a lot of 2-ofs to enable the Locket, but like all of our cards are pretty individually powerful. So even when we don't have a Locket, we have a fairly cohesive game plan. Paired into Cursed. Who's playing Heart the Ember. 6 charges, summons 2 Blaze Elementals. Usually a Mono Ruby deck. Cheap Shot's really good against the Mono Ruby deck, but this hand is pretty rancid otherwise. It doesn't have any Ruby thresholds in it. It's got a lot of shards, so let's try a redraw here. This hand's okay. Like, not exciting, but okay. Actually, it's probably fine against if this is a Ruby aggressive deck, right? Ruby Wild. Okay, so not 100% sure what our opponent's doing. Some kind of brew. I'm going to play this Blood Ice and put a non-resource on top of my deck, I think, here. I'm going to wait on this coin, because if we flood out a little bit here, I'll cycle this. Arena Regulars. This is whenever they gain a charge, they deal damage to us. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Primordial Sabretooth that. We really don't care about its text box, which is like a 2-1 for 1. It's going to apply a lot of pressure to us. The way our hand's shaping up, we've got like 4 removal spells in it, so we're just going to like 1-for-1 them a whole bunch until we stick a powerful threat that can close the game out. Runear Hierophant with gain charges and Gladiator. That's neat. So on turn 3, it lets them jump up to hit their champ power, which then makes the Runear larger. Cute. Yeah, they're just going to Herofall this, take all the rabbits out of their deck. So this kills the Runear, and then it takes all copies of Runear Hierophant out of their deck in hand. So my opponent has no more Runears unless they're able to get this one back from their discard pile. Righteous Outlaw, sure. It's at his speed. It's going to hit us a little bit, but we'll get to Rockcast it next turn. A Scapegoat. Ooh, AA Scapegoat. What is that from? That artwork's really nice. I'm just going to Pyre Strike this. I'm going to pass the turn here in case they have... Nah, they'll get a Valor if this ready, so let's just kill it now, I guess. Hey, Gym Class Hero. It's a Collector Probo. Okay, that makes sense. That's why I haven't seen it before. Now we'll pass back. Sweet, we hit a Shards. Forget to play this Vampire Queen on curve. It's going to be pretty good against the Ruby deck, assuming we don't get Last Guard, which is a pretty big assumption. So we have to Rockcast this one, and then we're taking 6 down to 6 here. So we are just going to be dead to a Last Guard's Vengeance, because it'll clear away our board. I think we're supposed to make them have it here. So Last Guard's Vengeance is a powerful card. It deals 4 damage to us and every one of our troops, so it would clear away our vampire army here. If they attack with these, I think I'm going to go Child. We trade here and gain 1, and then we have this cheap shot to clean up this Scapegoat. Alright, no Last Guard's Vengeance, or if they do, it isn't cheap enough for them to play yet. Okay, so this attack probably means they have a Lasgard's Vengeance. It just wasn't cheap enough for them to play yet. Yep. So this starts out costing 8, and every time my opponent attacks with a troop, it gets one cheaper. So by attacking with those 2 troops, that went from a 5 cost to a 3 cost. So they were able to play it out. All right, I mean, I have a Locket of Reflection, I guess. Probably dead. If I suspect Lasgar's, it might be better to trade the Queen with the Bolt Spasm. Or double block, right? I should put Queen and the other one in front of the Bolt Spasm. Yeah, I'd gain some life that way. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Cheap shot this Scapegoat. So I'd be plus got a troop we can't play. No, I think they need to Lasgar to kill the 2 Vampire Children, and if they don't Lasgar there, I'm still happy with that, right? Because then I get to attack with the Vamp Children the following turn. Please give me a troop I can play. Dang. I'm gonna try and kill them here. I think this is our best bet. They have a lot of draws that end us here. That ends us. We could have not died to that if I'd have left a bright. No, I'd have left all my troops back. I don't think we're supposed to play around that. I think we're just supposed to like make them have it. Oh, this turns off their champion power, and it's a 2-drop, so that seems great. Buzztech Innovator's a little bit slow. Locket's a little bit slow in general. I think I'm just going to do that. Smokeclaw Raker is probably not great. Bring in a Herofall. Bring in a Blood's Favor, randomly gain life out of their crypt. No Ruby. Or no blood. No blood again. I think I'm keeping this because it's got a Ruby Ice in it this time. We'll put a resource on top. We have more blood than anything else, so we're pretty likely to hit our first blood here. And if we hit our second blood, the hand's pretty reasonable. Look at that! The Sapphire Diamond control player is recommending we cut the card that makes him discard 2 cards. Weird. Weird. Ding. They don't give us something to cheap shot. I think I'm going to cycle this looking for a second blood. Ten out of 10, pop a cheap shot at that one. Blood! Yay! Do you have removal for my Princessa? You do not! You do not have removal for my Princessa. Ooh, second Princessa. Nope, you do. Ugh, ugh, ugh. So that deals 3 damage to my princess and 3 damage to me. Things that feel bad for 100. Burning Ire, very, very powerful hate card. Deals 3 damage to a blood or wild troop and the troop's controller. Yep. Hopefully they don't have another 1-cost thing to play out. Good. I can strangle this then. Oh, I can't strangle it yet. Whoops, that would have been a pretty big mistake. So this has Gladiator, which means it what's the word I'm looking for? It has plus defense on my turn and plus attack on their turn. Yeah, I'd rather save the cheap shot for, like, all their X ones, though. Baby Yurdy. Our last card's Righteous Outlaw. I'm gonna trade here, because this is likely gonna make something that can trade with one of these other nerds later. That's... Man. Eat your words, Hoagland. Munch on them. Do they taste good? Do your words taste good, Jeff? Got one of the few 0 power 1-drops. That's very true. Again, kill your thing, kill your thing, kill your thing. Just curve out killing the things. What you got? You got a business card?
A duck. A duck and a duck.
It's stuck. Oh no. We're playing the Blood Out as opposed to the Slow Shard because they have a lot of 2/1s for 2, so I would like to cheap shot one of those. They play it on turn 2. They also have like Well into a Scapegoat here. It's stuck. Oh no. Mouth breathing baby Yetis. Kill one of these. We can. God, stupid hatchery priest, man. Tilt. The tilt priest, if you would. Let's put a non-resource on top of my deck here. Play this hatchery priest out. Pass the turn. I understand. The children aren't for everyone, but they're also not going anywhere, so. Neither need nor deserve. Ooh, they missed a shard drop. It's good for us. Am I killing this so they don't... Yeah, I think I'm killing this so they don't get to sit there and trigger Lasgar's Vengeance. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. You got some snot coming out of your nose, kid. Where's Dad's roll of paper towels? Oh, 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 don't fall off my lap. You tried to fall off my lap now? You think it's funny to fall? Is falling fun? Can I wipe your nose, snot nose? Ew. Ew, kids are gross. Yeah, Vengeance was in their opener. It's currently at 6. We're going to pass the turn here, and Herofall something if they give us the option, most likely. Possibly Rockcast if it's a little guy. Baby Yurdy, sure. I think we're just going to let that one go. You're not having my mouse. Tell me what you want. What do you really, really want? Oh, tell me what he wants. What he really, really wants. No, you can't have my phone. Here, you want Mom's old phone? Is it charged? Oh, I think it's dead. Oh, well, it's dead. Sorry, I got your hopes up for nothing. Oh, you're right. I forgot that, cycling those coins made charges. You're right, so I gave them an extra attack with this baby Yeti. I don't know if Fate Weave is actually better there. I think playing the well was probably slightly better. No, but the well would have allowed the baby Yeti not to attack. Which I think is a meaningful thing. It's a very rude opponent. I like my Locket of Reflection. That one. I wonder if this Hatchery Priest is actually had to put getting anything out of their deck. We keep activating it, so every time we activate this, we put a Spider Egg in their deck. When it rains, it pours. We only had 4 non-resources this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Hey, we've also drawn 15 cards, though. And, like, 4 of those resources cycle. So, like, it's basically like they're not resources. Now this is gonna put an egg in their deck. There's so many eggs in their deck. The vetted burning banner deck. Fire spiders. Why is that in their deck? I guess it's okay with Rudier. I'm just taking down a Lasgar's basically. Wait. Oh, we don't have a Locket. I was like, why didn't I get another one? Our Locket is dead. Oh, the Aya. Oh, the Aya. Have another spider in your deck, opponent. Up to 50 cards. Gosh, where are all the spiders at? Well, they probably just put a non-resource on top of their deck there. Which could likely be a Spider Egg. We're gonna take 6 for this champion power, which hurts. Where my spoot is at? Yep. No more spooters for us. Redraw? Womp womp. God. Woo! Speedy spooters! Speedy spooters! Yeah! Speedy spooters! Speedy spooters! Speedy spooters! Ah, spiders! They give you wings! D-O-B! D-O-B! Oh, TCGs are great sometimes. They are. Alright, look at that. We got a Dark Heart. We got a Dark Heart. We got a promo Dark Heart. Let's claim that reward. Ooh, I have my Into the Unknown sleeve. Select. Let's play one more with this, I think. So, our opponent, what killed us there, for those that are unfamiliar with the cards, the opponent played a card that copied one of their cards. So, they copied the Ruiner Hierophant, and their Ruiner Hierophant had a gem that made charges when it came into play. So, they made a copy of Ruiner Hierophant with speed that had 3 power, that gave them 3 charges, that then let them activate their champion power to make 6 power worth of guys and make both their Ruiners larger. So, they were going to attack us for 11 that turn. And we did not have any blockers, and we were at 6, so we were dead. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's basically Flame Tongue Kavu, right? Like, it's a 4/5 Flame Tongue Kavu that's, like, also Reach. Flame Tongue Kavu's a plenty playable card. And, like, with Locket, if you play it and flip the second one out. Is my new article up? Correct, yeah, charges or double damage. Either major Ruby Gem killed me. And when will they be on YouTube? I start uploading to YouTube after my stream is done, so they'll probably be published on YouTube for about 3 or 4 hours from now. My pipe isn't quite big enough to upload and stream at the same time. With my fiber connection next week, it might actually be, which would be sweet. We played Green Black Tron and Modern, and we played, what's the deck I'm thinking of? We played this really awful blue-white Sphinx's Tutelage deck in Modern. Nope. Everyone has all of the champions and all of the gems. The only things that you buy in Hex are cosmetic items and cards. Morning, Apprentice. Oh, power creep. No, I don't really have any standard events coming up, so, like, I think I'm mostly on a hold on standard and Magic until rotation happens. Probably going to play some more Legacy. Tron is, like, reasonable in Modern, so we'll probably stream some more Tron at some point. We'll do donation deck lists for some variety. So the donation deck list gives us a little bit of variety, and then Tron makes us some money, and Grixis Delver makes us some money, so, you know, we can spew a little bit here and there. But I pulled people that pay money, the subs, and the people that just watch the stream on my Twitter, and Magic Standard format is not terribly popular in demand for content, so I don't think people really want to watch me slam into people with red decks or play against red decks, so I'm just going to play the formats that people want to see. I'm going to run upstairs and make some formula for the children, and then I think Declan's going to have an early nap. He's crabby and was up early today. I'll be right back. Second's okay. Opponent's playing Takahiro, which is often a Deathcry based deck. They're champion for 3 charges, sacrifices a troop to allow them to gain 3 life and draw cards. Usually they have things that do things when they die to kind of take an advantage of that. Yep, looks like a Deathcry deck. I think he means the tiny epic, Christy. Or are you talking about the epic... Are you two talking about the same thing? Because there's the tiny epic quest game, which is different. I think I want resources to curve out into 6 here. Which is different than the epic box game. Poor Bardic. The problem with the tiny epic quest game, I feel like, is there's just so many... I don't think the actual rules are super complicated so much as the amount of things that you have to like show on screen to relay to the viewers what is actually going on with the game is a lot. So I feel like on average you're gonna have a harder time like making people understand why what is going on even if they know the rules of the game. Yes, yeah, exactly. Like, we were playing it, and, like, we played a game, and I was like, well, this game's kind of neat. I would definitely play this again. And then I was like, oh, like, trying to, like, convey this to, like, the people that are watching on stream is going to be kind of miserable. You know, oh, David's, oh, God. This card is such a fucking beating. So, Culmination in Blood, it costs 10, and then it costs 1 less for each troop in all crypts, and it makes us discard our hand. That's fine. I wasn't attached to these cards anyways, right? Just the casual 5 for 1 U. Ugh. Threw up in my mouth a little bit. This sleeve is great. Look at this. Look at this art. That's so terrifying. I'm excited to put this sleeve on the Storm deck. We're going to play some Storm after this, I think. We got this. I mean, we do have the superior board presence. Anyways, Christy and David, that game we played with Klutz, the Betrayal on House on the Hill or whatever it's called, sounds like it was, would be a good game to stream. The rules are pretty straightforward. Alright, I feel like we could no longer win. Feel like we could no longer win. Yep, they're just, yep. Need a removal spell for this. I guess I'll just play this one at this point. I guess if they want to trade with either of these, they can. Okay, yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Blood's Favor seems okay. Can keep their graveyard in check. This deals with created cards. Makes their Blight Blossoms worse. Does it deal with anything else? Not really. Herofall is great. Smokeclaw Raker is pretty bad. Buzztech Innovator is kind of clunky. Do I want these Blight Knights? What do we think? Is Blight Knight too clunky? It might be too clunky. Bring one Gemborn Prowler on the off chance they have Runeers in their deck. They probably do. Yeah, 9-resource with this first one. Probably stack a 4th resource with this one. These cheap shots probably aren't particularly good in this matchup. Well, I guess they team up to kill that. I think I'm just going to spend both of these on killing this. Takes a couple of cheap shots to bring an elf down. Alright, let's play our Deadeye Ripper and rip him up. Rip it up! 1-1 speed. Let's go! It has a mechanic called Shift, so it can lend its speed to something else down the line. Draw like a Vamprince or a Vamprincess. They do have Runeers. Okay, so if we get a game 3, I'm going to bring in more Gemborn Prowlers, I think. Just going to rip all the rabbits out of their deck. Wait. Is their deck like 70 cards? I think their deck might be 70 cards. Because they've played, man, we're gonna lose to the 70 card deck, aren't we? Oh, they have Crusaders too. Yeah, definitely should have brought out all the gem boards. I mean, it's a silver player, but they could just be starting off for the season 2. Like, they've got Crusaders and Rabbits. Yeah, I don't think we can win this game. Give it the old college try, I guess, but... let's play some Storm. Let's